Happy Life, chapter 99. In the end, violent people either annihilate one another or self-destruct. Peace can solve any antagonistic situation when the contenders are guided by love. To get rid of an effect, we must eliminate its cause. When violence is the cause, only its antidote, prudence, can counter it. A peaceful person appeases another, then both alter the behavior of the group, which in turn can change the community, and so on. Do your part to transcend violence. So, the little lesson of today speaks to us about being peacemakers, ending violence, ending vicious cycles of hostility, where at the end, there's no victim because people just keep perpetuating, and that we see in our present life, but also we see in the process of reincarnation, where a lot of times people have been these vicious cycles of war and hostility for many lives, where sometimes the spirit has been the victim for 25 lives and has been the perpetrator of the violence for another 30 lives, and so it's like, for how long we're gonna go like that? So someone needs to be the one who's gonna take a peaceful stance, who is going to change the cycle by changing the paradigm of violence into a paradigm of love and peace. It is much easier to do that when we see one another as brothers and sisters, when we can empathize with the other side, try to put ourselves in someone else's shoes, understand that their violence, that their hostility comes from their frailties, their limitations, a lot of times their wound and unbearable pain. So unbearable pain turns into hostility, into anger. Sometimes people are feeling diminished, sometimes they're feeling betrayed, sometimes they are feeling forgotten, unseen. There's so many psychological and emotional reasons that make someone be hostile, as well as for us. We can only be peacemakers when we establish peace within ourselves. So it is important that we know and understand who we are, that we make peace with our own contradictions, with our own humanity. And as we do that, we'll be able to also better empathize with others and establish peace outside. So this is what Joanna is proposing here. The only thing that can counter violence and hostility is not more violence and hostility. That will just perpetuate suffering in our lives. So we need to use something different. We need to rise above. We need to propose something different, and that, my dear friend, takes tremendous amount of courage and humility. A lot of times we are unable to do that because we feel like if we do that, we're diminishing ourselves, but this is not true. Actually, the ability to be the one who put the weapons down, lay down its defenses, and open to love, that is enlightenment, that is humility, that is spiritual growth. You don't become smaller by proposing peace and by giving up on war. You become a giant. When we look at the people that we admire them for their ability to diminish themselves in order to empower others or to bring peace on earth. And this is a chain that starts with your decision to end war. And so think about it. Which wars are you in at this time? Because we talk about big wars out there, but we live in wars with our family members, at work. You have the power to be the person who will change the history or the story and establish a new beginning and a new process and a happier day for you, for the person who will be certainly touched by your decision to open to love, and so forth, the community, and to make this planet that we live in a better world, a better place to live with happier days ahead for all of us.